There's an old joke that Mozart's little sister would tease him by walking into the room and going up to the piano and playing. And then walking out of the room, and Mozart would frantically have to run over to the piano and play the chord or the note C that would resolve that tension. And this is a cheesy joke, but it shows you the power of a good ear. And being able to develop this, I believe, is one of the best skills you can have as a musician. Why? Because music is a hearing art. You're only as good as what you can hear. So today I want to share with you 7 ways that ear training makes you a better guitar player. Starting off with the first point, and that's being able to hear the key, or what's also known as tonic recognition. And musicians say this all the time. They say, oh, let's play, a blues in the key of E, or this song is in the key of G. And at any moment within a song, there's always a sensation of home. You can have a song that can have, multiple keys in it, but throughout the song, there's always one key at a time that's happening, and it's usually either a major or a minor key. It really just boils down to those two things. So if you hear a chord progression, you want to be able to identify, for example, let's say I played. Can you sing the key center? Can you sing the 1? Well, give it a second. Sing it. Da. The note there is F. Now, if you sang da or some other note, then you haven't established the key in your mind. And so this is a very important skill. You want to know where home is and what the tonic is in any song. Now, the next way that this can really benefit you is being able to identify melodies. So let's just say I took a simple melody like, so that's just a simple melody there, but I could hear that the tonic is that note, and then it's starting on do, the 3rd to the 1st, then up to the 5th, 6th, 3, 2, 1. And it's basically just finding those notes in the scale, and you'll find it's often right in the chord. Like, for example, that song, the first chord is A, and then you got the melody right off of the chord there. Now, being able to identify the melody can also help you with being able to hear chords. Like if you can hear A to E, then you might be able to tell an A to an E chord. Or for example, let's say that I had, a blues in the key of C and I did this progression. There, I know that I was 5, down to 4, then back to 1, then 5. So the melodies can inform the chords, and the chords can also inform the melodies. They're linked together. The fourth point is the ability to transpose, right? So if I have 5 down to 4, then 1, well, I can do that easily in another key. Like, let's say that I wanted to do it in the key of D, right? I have, it's the same progression. Here's my new 1 now, and then I go 5 down to 4, 1. And so being able to train your ear like this helps you transpose music freely. The next thing that it really helps you do is just something as simple as tuning your guitar. If you have a string out of tune, then you can easily go and correct it. One time I was watching a video with Brian May from Queen, and he was playing a 12-string live, and he's outside. And if you've ever played outside, you can easily have like a gust of wind come or just a breeze, and it can throw you a little bit out of tune because the guitar responds to temperature. And so he's hitting this chord on a 12-string, and he just real quick like tunes one string, out of all 12, and he had 1 second to get it because he's playing the song and he just hit a chord, and he brought it right in tune and then came back. And so his ear knew which string was out of tune and he could correct it right away. Number 6 is playing by ear and improvising. If you want to play solos, being able to hear what you're going to play in your head before you play is very valuable. For example, let's say I was playing a blues in A minor. I know. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Right? So I can hear in my head what it's going to sound like before I play it. And that's another benefit of ear training. Now, the 7th and final point I want to make, which is possibly the most valuable, is just how you can play music with more confidence. Because when you can hear where you are in the song, you don't get lost and you won't have to feel like you don't know the chord progression because the music is actually telling it to you. Just like I'm talking right now, and if you can understand English, you understand the words that I'm saying. And that's the same with music. When you can hear the chords and the progressions, it's just like a language. And so you don't really get lost. If you do, you just jump right back on because your ear guides you. So there you have it, 7 ways that ear training makes you a better guitar player. And if you've struggled with training your ear, then I want to give you a gift. Just go to johnmclennan.com/golden-ear and you can download my free ear training cheat sheet. You know, I struggled a lot with ear training because I wasn't actually practicing it right and I didn't know how to practice it as well effectively. And I spent a lot of time just kind of running in a circle and I thought I didn't have a good ear. And once I started learning how to properly practice it, I instantly started hearing all this stuff so much better. So just go to johnmclennan.com/golden-ear and grab this cheat sheet. As always, thanks so much for watching. And if you like this video, I think you'll really like this one next.